Wow. Hey guys, welcome back to the Emlyn in the Mix show. Season 5, episode 30. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're checking out a brand new instrument here from Native Instruments. It is Saffron, literally just dropped this week. We check out brand new instruments pretty much every week, so if you enjoy this content, make sure to hit subscribe, hit like on the way out if you do enjoy this instrument today. I'll have a link for it down below. Full disclosure, it is of course an affiliate link. Shout out to Native Instruments for supporting the channel here. Of course, checking out Native Instruments on a regular basis, only because they release so many good instruments and effects, and of course hardware. We've got to check them out on the show, and they support your boy, of course. So if you like what you see here today, make sure to click that link down below. I think it has an intro price, not entirely sure. This one is not a very big instrument, so this show will probably be kind of quick, but it is a very, very nice sounding instrument. Now, before we, of course, get into the overview, a big shout out to the winners, yes, because this is the first time I'm actually announcing it. Now, this show is not, of course, live. It is a pre-recorded show, so you may already know if you're like eager to find out if you're a winner, because I'll probably drop it in a story on Instagram and maybe some statics here and there on different social platforms of mine on the Emlyn in the Mix platforms. But big shout out to the winners. I'm just going to announce them right here. We just drawed them before the show. So this is for the D16 Plugin Giveaway that we ran for the last month. And the winners are, I'm going to butcher these names, I'm so sorry. Esmeralda R, USA, Craig P, USA, Shane M from Australia, Kentro K from Thailand, and Wendy S from USA. And yeah, congratulations to you guys. You have won yourself a D16 plugin of your choice. Make sure to check your emails. You'll have an email on your way with everything you need to get that in order. So congratulations, and thank you so much to everyone who entered. Don't worry, we'll have other competitions and giveaways on this channel. We usually do it on a biannual basis. And yeah, there's some really big and exciting news coming. So definitely make sure to follow the Emlyn in the Mix channel for the new and exciting news, which is coming up a little bit later in this year. Anyway, let's get stuck into today's instruments. Yes, we're checking out Saffron. So what exactly is it? It is a lightweight cinematic instrument where you can craft orchestral swells and shimmering synth pads at the touch of a key. You can use the XY pad, which has a big XY pad in the middle, to blend between 16 hybrid sound sources, effects, and sound controls. That's pretty incredible, actually. And always play in key with a wide choice of scales and modes, and part of the Scene series. So if you're sort of across the Scene series, Native Instruments releases these from time to time as like sort of mini instruments, which can be opened in the Context 7 player. So you have smart and streamlined instruments with premium cinematic sounds. I really like the direction Native Instruments is going with these sort of new instruments that they're releasing with the Scene series. They're sort of like cut down versions of their more bigger sort of bloated, I wouldn't say, maybe not bloated, but larger library Rompler sampled instruments. The Scene series are great. You get sort of like a smallish, this wasn't too big to download, it was only 1 gigabyte, and it's very nice. In fact, there's an update for Contact 7 if you are watching this, a brand new update which implements some really incredible, if they hadn't already, Native Instruments had a very good integration between their software and hardware, but now you've got an even tighter integration between that. And I've just got a camera here we can switch across to. We are controlling the Saffron with the Control S49 here. So I actually have all my parameters locked and loaded. I've got the camera precariously sort of hanging over here over the keyboard so you can see us play later on when we get to the live demo. But yeah, this is just really exciting, this sort of series of instruments that Native Instruments is doing. No pun intended with the instruments here, of course. Let's keep going down here. Small plugins, huge sound, whether you're talking or whether you're taking your first steps into media composition or looking to quickly spice up your scoring palette, Saffron comes ready to infuse emotion, build tension, and deliver drama. So you can build deep drones, lush atmospheres with rich textures of strings, synths, brass, and beyond. And if you're stuck for ideas, it's got 120 carefully designed presets, or roll the dice to randomize elements for unexpected sparks of inspiration. So it's got the dice control in there as well. I must admit, I haven't checked out many scene instruments on the channel, and I can't, maybe I have checked out one or two before. I'm not entirely sure if they all have that dice randomization feature, but that seems like a cool touch. And here we go, these are the scene series here. So the design with media composers in mind, the scene series offer premium cinematic sounds in a simple and easy to use interface. So centered around the XY pad, each instrument comes loaded with carefully designed presets and streamlined controls, enabling you to quickly blend layers and shape the perfect sound for your on-screen moments. So yeah, I think basically what I'm saying is that they're gonna release, you have these large libraries that Native Instruments has, such as, I think Laws might be massive from memory. Anyway, you got these really huge ones and Fables and so forth, these ones here. And it's sort of giving you like this nice, with scene, you sort of get like a cut down version of these larger instruments, just making it not only more affordable to access some of these incredible sounds, but also just a nice little instrument that's not going to chew up too much space as well. If space is an issue for you, like it is for me, this instrument is very much welcomed. All right, let's jump over. I've got it here loaded in Ableton Live, and I've got the interface nice and big here, the GUR, as you would put it. And I guess let's have a little play with this. It actually sounds really good. And I'll mess around with the macro controls here. You can see the parameters down the bottom there. And yeah, let's have a listen. Jump over to this camera here. Wow, absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Incredible sound from such a small instrument. Now, you probably saw I was playing around with the macro controls there on the other camera, just to let you know what there actually is in the macro controls, in case you can't see it there behind me on the screen. But we've got attack, release, motion, mask, and tape. And of course, if you're watching us on the podcast, you can't see what's going on at all. Make sure to head over to Emlyn in the Mix on YouTube or Spotify. Of course, we're on Spotify. Pull up the banner there as well. You can check us out on Spotify. You can take Emlyn in the Mix on the go. Don't want to miss out on that. Make sure to check out Emlyn in the Mix on Spotify. It is a video form as well, believe it or not. Vodcast technology over there. Yeah, so we have mask. We had a tape effect. And then you've got these two effect controls, maybe changing per preset, not entirely sure. We haven't even played with the XY pad here, but you've got a repeat me, which is a delay here, and you got a crushed sky. But you can see just straight away from this one preset, wow, sounding incredibly rich. And again, from a 1 gigabyte instrument, this is kind of impressive. Now we might just play with this XY to see what that actually does. I guess it's controlling the macros. I'm not entirely sure. That's nice. The GUI is doing something there. All right, let's play some of the sound back. Yeah, that's nice. I can see actually as I move around the X, Y, I don't know if you can see that in the video there, but it is actually affecting those parameters. I've got to hold down a note for you to be able to see it. Those parameters are getting sort of mixed around. I've got to say, this is a stunning sounding instrument. I wasn't actually I wasn't really expecting it to sound this good, to be honest. And I'm going to be real with you guys. I didn't really get to play with this before the show today. So it's good. You get my real reaction. I like to do that for you guys. All right, let's hit this dice. Curiosity is killing the cat. I got to hit this dice. There we go. Okay, cool. So we have added some different effects here. And it looks like you can change these effects on the fly. Amazing. So we've just rolled the dice. It's chucked in a couple of different samples. Let's see what it's given us and let's have a play, I guess. Hope it sounds good. Here we go. Ooh, broody. Wow, some crazy effect. Mystery. I wonder what that's doing. And then we've got the repeat me there. We can turn that right down. Bring the attack down. What is this? It's a very moody sound. Chuck a bit of motion. Chuck the mask up. A bit more tape. Oh, the tape's not on. That's nice. Play with the XY here so we can find... Oh, that's awesome. I like it with the high strings on it. Oh, nice. The mod wheel affects the X-axis. That's cool. Hopefully you can see that if you're watching us here. We've got pitch bend here. Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. So if you have a Control S49, okay, just discovering this on the show, but basically your little strip controls the Y-axis and your mod wheel controls the X-axis. Nice touch, Native Instruments. Nice freaking touch there with that. And you can do it sort of, we can do both. Albeit a little tricky, but can be done. That's cool. Yeah, if you're watching us there, I'm controlling the mod wheel and this little slider tape slider, or whatever you want to call it. It's not a tape slider, but you know what I mean. Slidey control thingy. Amazing. I think we'll just let's go back to our main screen here. I think we'll check out one of the presets. So let's do that. Let's have a look. So we've got preset categories wise, you've got atmosphere, you've got motion, you've got pad, you've got texture. So really this instrument is really speaking towards your pads, slow strings, atmospheric, dramatic sounds. Fantastic for your next Netflix music producer. No, I'm just kidding. Of course you can add this into any freaking style. I gotta admit, like, I don't, to be honest, make much music that has like this sort of slow brooding touch, but when I do sort of play with these instruments, I gotta admit there's something very relaxing about it. Even if you weren't to make tracks with this instrument, just having it is almost just like a therapeutic, relaxing way of just releasing some energy. I don't know, maybe it's a new style of just relaxing your mind, playing these types of instruments. Who knows? Maybe you come up with something exciting in an instrument. Again, if you do like this instrument, check it out. I'll have that link down below. All right, for the sake of this video, though, I'm interested in the motion stuff, so let's have a look at this. And we'll select one of the presets here. We've got butterfly effect. So effects-wise, looks like we've got intense and shimmer. And you got the same sort of macro control parameters. It looks like each preset has the same ones: attack, release, motion, mask, and tape. Let's check this one out here and have a listen to this. Well, there's a bit of aftertouch on that, which is cool. I don't know if you can hear that. When I press the keys in harder, we're getting almost like a pitch bend. That's cool. Bring the intensity up a bit. and the shimmer. That's really nice. You play with this XY here. Wow. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Just one preset we looked at there. Let's check out another one in the motion category. Let's see. Hectic? Gotta check out Hectic. Oh, that's cool. That really is hectic. Alright guys, I'm probably going to leave it here. This instrument though is absolutely freaking phenomenal. Like, we've checked out a couple of presets here. I've shown you the simplicity of its use. It is a simple instrument, so there's not really much to sort of go around here. I mean, if we do want to have a look around, it does look like you can select your instrument, your effects down here. You can choose different effects that you can load up. You can turn them on and off. You can randomize them as well, so you can have different effects here. And being that it's native instruments, you know you're going to get really nice effects. Here we've got a delayed hall and a dark cloud, so it's going to obviously really change the sound up from that hectic preset we just had. You know, delayed hall. I'm probably going to have no hands mar still going. Long decay. With this XY pad, you can of course change your sources here as well. So, you know, you could have totally different sounds. Looks like I got a bunch of different sounds here. We can gonna totally change up your sound, or you can hit the randomize feature as we showed you before. It's gonna choose them at randomization. Now, one thing I do want to mention before we wrap up the show today, of course, it is a very simple instrument. There is not a lot here on the back end in terms of what we can do. However, if you do have the S49 complete control keyboard, I'll attempt to show you here. If we jump back over to this camera here, you can actually, if you click on edit up the top right here, so this one here, this takes us to a bit of a deeper level in terms of your control of this instrument. So we've got the mixer section here with your two oscillators, which you can turn on and off, and your volume control there. You've got your XY pad, which I believe, I can control it like here rather than on the strips, which is just a nice little addition here. And you got your release and so forth with your XY pad. And then you got your effects section here as well, which you can turn off on the fly, or you can turn it back on. And then you got your amount control here as well, which is also just a very nice little touch. Although they can be accessed on the front panel out of the edit mode here. They're actually here anyway. But just something nice that they've sort of added, or a nice addition that they've made with this instrument. But look, overall, seeing Saffron, blew me away. A little bit better than I was expecting. I wasn't actually sure what to expect. I thought it was going to be a very small and easy to use instrument, which it is, but I just thought it was just going to be not that many bones in terms of sound. But yeah, this actually genuinely blew me away. There's just one last thing I haven't shown you here, and that is, of course, you can actually select your scale up the top here as well. So if you wanted to keep in key with a particular track or a scene in a movie that you're trying to put together, you've got your different scales here. You can have minor, major, and so forth. And you can also select your key here on the left. Just a nice little touch, and your settings section up here as well if you want to get in the back end on the GUI. But that's pretty much it, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Let me know what you thought of seeing Saffron down below. Does it sound freaking good? Because to me, wow, this thing sounds really good, and especially being a small instrument in being 1 gigabyte big. Blown away by that fact as well. And congratulations to the winners of the D16 Plugin Group Giveaway that we ran for the last month. Again, I'm just going to announce those names because probably if you're one of those winners, you're probably hella excited. I don't know if you're watching this video or not, but that was Esmeralda R from the USA, Craig P from the USA, Shane M from Australia, Kentro K from Thailand, and Wendy S from the USA. Make sure to check your inbox. You will be receiving something very exciting in the inbox if you haven't watched this video yet already. And thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Again, link for this instrument down below if you enjoyed it today. Make sure to leave a like on the way out. It definitely helps the algorithm, helps others discover and find this show and this YouTube channel and this podcast, whatever you want to call it, vodcast, helps others discover it. So make sure to hit like. And if you do want to see more of me and this channel and everything it has to offer, then consider hitting subscribe. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Till next week, we'll be back with another episode. Till then, peace out. Boo. Hey, thanks for listening to the Emlyn in the Mix podcast. Here, you will find all the latest in music technology, software and hardware, interviews, and more. Also, don't forget to check out the Emlyn in the Mix YouTube channel today. Till next time, keep it real.